Hello and welcome to episode 63 of Into the Podcast. I'm your host, Sam, and I'm joined most weeks by t'other host, Ryan. Say hello, t'other host, Ryan.
Hello.
How are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
I haven't seen you in forever.
I know, it's been fucking ages.
It's like I can reach out and actually touch you.
With your many ringed hand.
I'm a ring guy now. I have a lot of rings on.
There's so many rings on your fingers.
Well, good though, don't they?
Yeah.
I'm a ring guy.
I don't know why I've not always been wearing rings.
That man who sold me a ring that told me I was a ring guy was right.
He was right, yeah.
And you know what? He only got 17 quid out of me, so it's not even like he's changed my life for £17.
How many rings did you get?
I only
for
bought
17
one off him,
right?
And then I got the one with me kiddo's name on it there.
Yeah.
That was my birthday present.
Cute.
And then Mum and Dad gave me money for my birthday, so I bought that one.
Nice.
That one I bought by myself.
Lovely.
This little snaky one, because me and our friend Joe got matching ones.
Cute.
And I got given this little leaf one as a gift.
Amazing.
So, yeah. And then I've still got two upstairs, but they don't fit me fat fingers.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Ring guy, innit?
Ring guy.
Yeah.
Who knew?
I know.
You're like Sonic the Hedgehog. Is he a ring guy?
I mean, he collects rings.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, not far off.
That were you now, running around really fast collecting rings.
I won't be running anywhere, mate. Fat, lazy Sonic. So we haven't recorded in a while.
Not through lack of trying.
We have tried to record 2 episodes in the last 2 weeks. So I think we haven't done one in about 3 weeks now.
Yeah, at least, yeah.
Week 1, we physically just couldn't get our time together.
No.
Week 2, you was in Marrakesh, which we will talk about in a moment. We did try to do an episode, but internet, that Moroccan internet ain't what it should be, is it?
Yeah, it's a shame, really.
Yeah, because I was looking forward to that one. And then, same thing again, we couldn't get together last week, but thanks to the internet, good old UK internet, we could just do it on OBS. So I was like, again, from our houses, like we do with the live streams, instead of live streaming it, I'll just record it, pull the audio, there's an episode. It was a genuinely good episode.
Yeah, it was a nice catch up, wasn't it?
We'd not spoken so long. I had so much fun doing it and no sound.
Oh, so devastated when we finished.
So pissed off. And I don't know what's changed because I've not touched it since we did the one in Marrakesh.
Yeah.
So I don't know why all of a sudden there was no fucking sound, so I just threw a Mardy. We played some random cafe game.
I was really enjoying it.
So
it was like a restaurant game, wasn't it? So like I was just playing with the buttons at the end because we were trying to figure it out.
It's on Discord, isn't it?
It's on Discord. It's like an activity. I was like, oh no, let's play the chef one. And then we were both chefs and had to like just serve people.
It was great, wasn't it?
Make burgers, fry some burgers on the grill, and then put it in a bun, and then give it to someone, and then someone wanted fries, and it was quite intense.
It was quite intense.
I was really enjoying it, and then my laptop died, and that was it. Game over. Really.
Game over. So you guys didn't get an episode, but we got to play chefs.
Should we just stop this episode right now and play some more chefs?
FYI, on Game Pass, there is, I think it's called Overcooked. It's the same thing, basically.
Right, okay.
It's a bigger version, but same thing. Like one of you will be running around seating people, washing dishes. The other one will be making meals.
Yeah, okay.
So we should definitely get that. We'll stream it.
We'll stream it, yeah, because that's what people want to see.
Yeah.
People don't want to see Call of Duty. Everyone streams Call of Duty. How many people are streaming chefs?
I'm telling you now, the people that I have watched play Overcooked and stuff like that, they're the best streams. Genuinely, I'm not even joking, and people tune in to watch that shit.
I can believe it, because it's something that it's easy to follow. It's probably just a bit of a laugh. Like
that's all.
It's not too serious.
No.
Not like Call of Duty, which is intense, isn't it?
Well, these games are intense, and I think that's why they're good to watch. Because when you're watching it, it is just someone bimbling about making some burgers, but really, and that fucking angry.
Like, oh my god, hurry up! Oh, I picked up the wrong thing.
And all the custard. You was walking around with a salad in your hand for about 5 minutes.
I couldn't get rid of the salad. I didn't know where the bin was.
Oh dear.
We were in a right good groove by the end of it, though, because
it's like, weren't we?
You were dealing with everything on the right hand side, so that was like
the fries,
the drinks, and you were doing a bit of the salad, and I was just grilling burgers. I was just burger.
Yeah,
you know, because people. There's always a high demand for burgers, and they take the longest.
Yeah,
so
you're the grill man. I was the fry and the.
Yeah, you were front of house, really.
I was, making people smile.
What a great game.
What a great game. Should we play when you get home?
Yeah, let's do it.
But this week, we got together, so there nearly wasn't an episode this week. Very nearly, because unfortunately, I was away yesterday. So this is why it's a day late. I was away for a conference today, so I had to stay away last night. Which was quite good fun. Yeah, but I managed to get back quite early from Coventry today, so we've managed to get this out just a day late, back to normal, back to Tuesdays, no fucking about. We are back, bigger and better than ever.
Yes.
I'm not calling this one We're Back or Top Tier Catch Up or anything.
Oh, how many times have we been back bigger and better than ever?
Oh, we're never better. Or I'm normally a little bit bigger, but never better.
It's got to be at least 5 times.
Oh, easy 5 times. Tell us about your holidays.
My holidays feels like a lifetime ago now.
It was only 2 weeks ago.
It was bloody lovely. So yeah, Marrakesh, first time I've been to Morocco. First time in Africa.
Yeah?
Yeah. Lovely weather, 36 degrees.
Lovely.
Nice and hot. It's a different kind of heat though, isn't it?
It is.
Because 36 degrees, it's still hot. It's still very, very hot. But you know, like, it's different to when the temperature over here. 36 degrees in the UK, we'd be dying.
Oh, fucking yes.
Yeah, on one of the colder day where it was a bit cloudy, it was 21 degrees, but it felt cold.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted to wrap up a bit. Whereas 21 degrees here, it's like, bloody hell, it is
sweating.
It is a lovely
off,
day. So I guess you just acclimatized to it. But yeah, it was nice and chilled, all inclusive, by the pool, a couple of day trips out to like the souks, so like the markets and stuff, watch the sunset over the city. Beautiful. I'd love to go back. A lot of the excursions we couldn't do because obviously Claire's pregnant, so we couldn't do like the Dune buggies through the desert or anything like that because apparently you're not allowed.
No, for fuck's sake.
No. So I'd definitely go back, but it felt like we were breaking the rules a little bit because we were at an adults-only resort. So I feel like we'd smuggled in
a baby.
Baby. Right under their noses.
I fucking love that.
Yeah. We don't play by the rules.
Speaking of babies,
yes,
you got a little gift for baby, didn't you?
I did get a lovely, lovely gift for baby
from manager Megan, and my name's in the pot. But really, I had nothing to do with it other than Megan said, should we get in this?
Yeah.
I paid no money towards it. I did none of the design, but I just said, yes.
Yes.
And then walked in the room when she gave it to you.
Yeah, yeah.
So this is all down to Megan.
It is lovely. It's a lovely, what's the actual word? Like a baby grow?
It's a baby grow,
A baby grow. That's the right term, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And into the podcast baby grow, and it's super cute with the logo on it.
Yeah.
It's really thoughtful and really sweet.
And it says #1 fan, but it's written like the episode number.
Like the font of the episode. Yeah. So that is really nice.
She did a great job, bless her.
Yes.
She's amazing.
Thanks, Megan.
Thanks, Megan. I managed to spend the day with manager Megan today.
Did you?
Yeah, she brought bestie snacks.
Oh, the best.
She did bring bestie snacks, and then I felt really bad getting my lunch out of my bag that I bought for myself. But bless her, she bought me some munchies, which I'll let you try.
Ooh.
They are like fudge ice cream flavoured. And she passed them over, so I had one, and she went, no, they're for you, I don't like them.
Wow.
But then she opened her gummy bears, and I still ate some of her gummy
obviously,
bears.
Yeah,
obviously.
Yeah.
But it was great to spend. And so what she was talking about how to push the podcast a little bit, and you know, for Instagram and bits and Twitter. So while we're on it, go follow us on Instagram and Twitter and all that sort of stuff.
Yep. On all the socials.
Yeah. And basically what she said is what we need to be doing is every episode slip in something that's trending so she can hashtag it.
All right.
So, Ryan.
Yep.
What's your opinion on The Chase?
As in the TV show,
I assume so. It says hashtag The Chase. It's number 11 trending.
Click on it. Click on it. Is it? I want to make sure it's the Chase.
Oh, yeah, it is. Talking about Bradley.
I like Bradley.
I love Bradley, actually. I'm a big fan of Bradley.
Bradley's great.
Yeah.
Love Bradley Cooper.
Mm-hmm. Bradley Cooper. Yeah.
It's really tense when you get chased by them chasers, isn't it?
Yeah,
on
God.
the chase.
They must be knackered.
Yeah, honestly, exhausted. And then when they don't win the chase, I'm always gutted.
Yeah, I am as well. One more then. Thugs.
Thugs.
We don't like thugs, do we?
No, there's an increase of thugs, I feel.
Bloody buggers they are,
They're,
aren't they?
they're everywhere. You know, you can't escape them now.
No,
fucking,
you can't.
You know,
thugging about.
Thugging everywhere. Thug life.
Thug life.
It's thuggish, is
It
what it is.
It's very thuggish. So that was our roundup of the news this week.
No, I like that. So that's our new segment. So
a week
trending.
A week
Top
of
trends.
trending. Drew, we need a song.
We haven't had a new jingle for a while, so definitely get it. Top trends. Oh my god,
brilliant.
And then we're gonna skyrocket in success with this now.
We are gonna be huge.
Megan, that's a great idea.
It was.
But, and I feel like we nailed it.
I feel like we nailed it as well. Name one person that has done a better trending segment than us.
Exactly,
my friend. So yeah, you went on holiday or some boring shit.
Oh yeah, we're done with that now, aren't we? That ages ago. Yeah,
you nipped over the fucking road to Marrakesh. I went to York for the weekend, mate.
Oh, you did. How was that for your birthday?
Yeah, I went with Max, who's been on the podcast many times.
He's basically a regular, isn't he?
Well, we shared a hot tub together.
Lovely.
We did, yeah. Played footsie with each other.
That's cute.
Underneath the water. That was nice. We played American football.
Nice.
That was the MVP of the little weekend away, you know.
Just throw and catch.
I emptied the car, but I left the American football in there because I was thinking, I like it. Maybe I'll get Max to throw a ball with me.
Yeah.
And that's basically all we wanted to do all weekend was just stand outside. It wasn't even that nice. It was raining all weekend. And just throw this ball to each other.
It's all about simple pleasures in life, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, it's really underrated. I can't remember the last time I just stood and,
just play catch.
Played catch.
You can do it for hours. If the weather's right or you're in the right mindset, add beers on the go.
Yeah.
Just having a little sip every now and then. Good American football. Max, he was using it as a rugby ball. He was kicking it.
He was.
He loves his sports, that lad.
He is a proper sports boy.
Oh, yeah. And, that was it, really. Just chilled.
Nice. It looked chilled. It looked lovely.
Yeah,
York's a lovely place, isn't it? Beautiful.
York is gorgeous. I absolutely love York. It's very lovely. And, didn't really do anything for the weekend away. Just chilled. That was my holidays for the year.
Holidays.
Because I won't be going anywhere else. And then it was my birthday on the Monday.
Aye.
8 chicken wings.
Where'd you get your chicken wings from?
Hooters.
The Hooters.
The Hooters. Only got through 40 wings, though.
It's still impressive.
Yeah,
40 wings.
40 wings. It's not the best, but I'll be honest, mate, my stomach was solid.
Oh, yeah.
The problem is I was drinking as well. So I probably had 4 or 5 pints whilst I was there. Gassy beer, Moretti. Yeah. So, fucking hell, I was in pain.
That's good going, though. 40 wings with that, because I'd be rubbish at that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a big fan of Beard Meats Food, and I love all the food challenges, but I know I'd be shit at them.
Just you wait.
Just wait till we do our own.
We are doing one into the podcast does food. It's going to be gross.
It's going to be awful and pathetic.
It's going to be pathetic. So you're going to have to listen to us fucking slap our lips everywhere and then not even do that good.
Yeah. I mean, the listeners hear us slap our lips.
Yeah.
Every week.
Yeah. Wasn't, oh no, it shut down. There was a place where you could challenge Beard, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Chesterfield. Is that shut
there
down
was.
now?
It's shut down now, unfortunately.
Yeah, and you basically did the challenge and you got it for free if you
beat his time.
Beard, which I think is bollocks. A professional eater.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's a bit harsh, that.
That is a bit harsh. But other than that, mate, nice and chill, back to work. Stayed in a hotel last night at the Hilton.
Yeah.
And watched a lot of films.
That's good, because I've not watched a lot of films recently at all.
I'm on a horror binge.
Obviously, that's your go-to.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice to always go back into that genre.
So I went through my subscriptions the other day because I was like, I've subscribed to so much shit. Let's just get rid of some of it.
Yeah.
So like Warhammer Plus, used it for what I needed it for. It can go now.
Yeah, of course.
Amazon Kids.
What's that? What even is that?
I had that for little Em, but she don't even use it. Excuse me, she don't use a tablet anymore. She's always on the PC. So that can go. So save myself some money.
Nice.
So then I got Crunchyroll and Shudder.
Ooh.
So now on anime.
Yeah.
Mate, I've never been more proud in my life. So I had a load of Dragon Ball Z toys.
Yeah.
That were just in boxes in the garage. And one of my oldest friends' kids mega into Dragon Ball Z. So I said, I've got his toys. Does he want him? Yeah, that'd be great. So I got them all out, left them on the table till I see him again. Little one comes around, she starts playing with them.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, that's Goku, that's Gohan, that's Cell, that's Piccolo. And she's like, oh, cool. And I'm telling her the backstory. And I said, oh, we'll watch it later if you want. So I put it on for her. She didn't seem that interested. Big, obviously, me being a big Dragon Ball Z fan, didn't seem interested. I was like, yeah, that's fine, no worries. Anyway, that night, we stayed up, we watched Bluey, talk about that in a minute, watched the 28-minute episode of Bluey. And then she was like, oh, can we go and watch telly in your bed and have a cuddle now? Because before bed every night, half hour before bed, we either read a book or we watch a bit of telly, we have a bit of a cuddle, and then she goes to bed. I said, no, darling, you chose to watch Bluey downstairs instead of doing that. She got a little bit upset. So I said, look, I was like, I'll put you in my bed for a bit. You can watch some telly in my bed for a half hour, but then it's bedtime. Okay, no worries. I can hear her getting a bit wound up upstairs. So I said, darling, what's the matter? She's getting really upset. I said, what's up, sweetheart? She goes, I'm trying to watch Dragon Ball, but it's not working. Because she thought it was through Amazon and you have to pay for it on Amazon.
Ah, right.
And I was like, oh, do you want to watch it? Mate, she hasn't stopped since.
Amazing.
That's all she has on telly is Dragon Ball Z now.
Yeah.
I've never been happier, mate. Or anything she owns. She's barely been on the PC. She's just playing with his Dragon Ball toys, watching Dragon Ball Z.
Nice.
My girl. Because I'm smashing through Dragon Ball Super at the minute because I've never watched that.
Right.
So, it's just Goku everywhere in this house at the minute. It's fucking great. Bluey. Let's chat Bluey, my friend.
Bluey's trending, or certainly was recently.
Definitely trending because about 9-minute episodes, 8-9-minute episodes
on average, normally.
On average. So there's a lot of episodes. There's normally about 40 to 50 episodes per season, 3 seasons, and they've just dropped a 28-minute episode. And it looked like Bluey was going to be no more.
I know.
I'm not going to ruin what it is, in case people are into it and haven't watched it.
Because we've not watched it yet and we were worried, but I couldn't deal with the suspense. I needed to know, is Bluey over with? So we Googled it straight away.
I think we're safe. Just those of you that are worrying now.
Yeah.
I think we're safe. Bluey shall return. But it was a moment.
It was a moment.
I just got told. So they released an episode called like Basket Ghost or Ghost Basket or something. And my daughter's mum said to me, you seen it? I said, no, I haven't. Because I will watch Bluey on my own. I love it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, you
it's
and Claire
fantastic.
watch it.
Yeah, of course we do.
And I said, no, I haven't yet, actually. She's like, oof, be prepared, mate. It's not looking good. So I thought they'd killed a character off or something.
Oh, yeah. That's what I would worry about. Or Bandit and Chili are divorced or something.
Yeah. So I rushed home and watched it, expecting the worst of the worst.
Yeah.
And then it didn't happen. This 28-minute episode come out. Mate, it got me in the feels.
There
were tears there.
I'm not surprised. Bluey can do that on a random episode, let alone a 28-minute special.
Literally a random episode. It can hit you in them
feels.
feels.
It really does.
But we're safe. Good episode. Very emotional. Get caught up on Bluey.
Yeah, I need to. There's a few things we need to get caught up on, actually. But Bluey, it's just one of them. It's just a nice one. Maybe 2 episodes before bed. They're not very long. 8 minutes.
That's all you need, isn't it?
That's all you need. It's a nice little pick-me-up.
And they are as well. Because even the sad episodes, always funny.
Oh, and even the sad episodes, they're sad, but in like a heartwarming way.
Absolutely.
You know, it's not like an emotional like sting where it's just you're just left upset. You're uplifted.
That was my problem with Scrubs, you know. I used to fall asleep to Scrubs.
Yeah.
But it like the worst times of like depression or fucking whatever. Like it always ends on a bit of a downer.
Oh yeah,
it's always sad.
Yeah,
and I got to a point where like I was just going to bed sad every night, and I was like, I need to stop doing this, man. Like this is genuinely not helping me.
No.
Well, seeing as we're on it, TV shows, because I know you're watching one at the minute. That's pretty big.
I am. I've just started another one, but the one I'm watching, Shogun.
That's the one, my friend.
It's the bloody season finale tonight.
Is it?
It is.
You're going to watch it when you get back?
Hopefully, yeah. If I get back in time, because I'm desperate to find out what's happening. What a show. If you've not watched Shogun, it's on Disney+. It's a period drama Japanese show.
And we all know Ryan in his Japanese shows.
Yeah, exactly. I bloody love Japanese films and TV and culture. So it's a remake of the 80s. I think it was an 80s show, which I never saw. And it's like based on a book. But I think it's like I think it must be like an American production, but it's mainly in Japanese because all but one of the characters is Japanese. So most of the dialogue is in Japanese, apart from the main character and one of the other characters, Mariko, who she's like she's his like translator basically. But what a beautiful show! Have you watched any of it yet?
I have not. It is literally the next thing on my.
It is
list.
one of those shows where it's got really nice attention to detail. The characters are really fleshed out. It's just good storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like there's nothing cheesy about this show. It's not like any cheap tricks. There's not like loads of action and stuff. It's obviously got a decent budget, but they make it look good and they make it feel like it's big scale without it looking crap.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So like, okay, they've got some wide shots of like CGI'd shots just to show like, oh, we've got thousands of soldiers or whatever. But then that's fine. I don't mind that because it's not like they're doing, well, like one of the last episodes we talked about like CGI in bloody Roadhouse to stuff like that. It's like unnecessary CGI. So, but there's like even scenes where, you know, there's a lot of just attention to detail. So there'll be a scene where like they're just making tea or something like that. And it's just lots of shots of them slowly, delicately making tea.
They like to make a delicate tea, don't they?
Yeah, and things like that. Or, you know, everything's like slow and deliberate, or like they're tending the gardens and it's just all very deliberate. And you're like, oh, it's just so serene. But then they'll have that and it'll be coupled with like an instant act of violence where it's like savage. Yeah. You know, and someone just gets their head chopped off or whatever. And you're like, what the fuck, man? But no, it's a great show. I can't say enough praise about it, really. It's just something very different. It's not fast paced either. So it's like, it's not one of them where I was really enjoying it, and I don't like to look at reviews and stuff because I don't like my opinion to be tarnished by other people. Do you know what I mean? Like if like I sort of see like, oh, a load of critic reviews or on IMDb, it's got a shit score, I start doubting like, oh, am I watching something different then? Or am I? So, but I accidentally stumbled onto it on IMDb because I was looking at the top shows on IMDb, and it's something like currently about ranked the 14th greatest show of all time currently, which is insane. It's got like 9.1.
That's mad,
which
isn't
is
it?
Unbelievable. Obviously, that'll go down over time, but still, that I felt like it was it just backed up and validated the feelings I had. I was like, I love this show, and each week I like every Tuesday when each episode's coming out, me and Claire are like, it's Shogun Day.
I miss that.
Do you know what I mean?
Miss
like
having a weekly show.
Like a weekly show. And normally we're pretty bad for that. Well, we'll miss a week or two, or we'll just wait and we'll just binge it all in one go. Whereas this one, it's like, no.
You run the risk of not getting around to doing it then, don't you? Yeah. I did that with Ahsoka and I still haven't watched Ahsoka because
that's it.
I'll wait.
Or you end up getting spoilers.
Yeah.
So definitely get Shogun watched. The last episode comes out tonight. It's 10 episodes. It should, yeah. And Hiroyuki Sanada, who I absolutely love, one of the probably the best known Japanese actor in Western culture these days. You know, he's in loads of franchises. John Wick 4, he's in Avengers, he's Last Samurai. You know, that's where I first got introduced to him, and he always plays a great part. So it's nice to have him as like. It's like the show's built around him, but he's not the lead, if that makes sense. He's like the most important character in the show, but in terms of like screen time, he's not the main. But still, it's nice to have something where, because normally he's like a supporting character, so it's quite cool to have something built around him. Yeah. Definitely get it watched. It's really good, though.
Yeah, so I've got that on my list. Obviously, I'm going to be smashing through Dragon Ball Super, but hundreds of episodes, so that'll just be bit by bit. I'm going to smash through that. I am going to try Monarch. I've heard good things about Monarch.
Yeah,
so that's the
Monarch.
one set in the realm of the new Godzilla and Kong films.
Yes.
So I'm going to smash through that because that does look really good. And also, I did watch season 1, but I'm going to rewatch it and catch up. I want to watch Invincible on Amazon Prime.
I want to watch that as well.
Because that's got like 8.7 on IMDb.
It's really highly rated.
The first season that I watched, I fucking loved it.
Yeah.
Like, I'd say better than The Boys, and you know how I feel about The Boys.
It's an animated superhero show, isn't it? But it's it's got the same sort of feel like The Boys. Like, I think I watched part of the first episode, but it's like, you know, super like graphic and violent and adult themed, isn't it?
Yeah, so that's on my list as well. Me personally, so I've smashed through Fallout. I'm not going to talk about it because you're going to have it watched by next week.
Yes.
So on my week off, I watched Fallout, I played Fallout.
Yeah.
And then in between that, when it's like, oh, I can't just sit on the Xbox all day, I've been playing Fallout Shelter on my phone. So I've gone like everyone else in the world and I'm just binging Fallout after
in
the
every
TV show.
different way you can.
But I'll save that. We'll talk about that another time. I've just been smashing documentaries,
Oh, really?
So I did the Cecil Hotel one on Netflix. That was really interesting. I watched one called Wrinkles the Clown, which is it's really interesting, actually. So it follows this guy who basically put a sticker up that's like, I'll scare your kids. Ring me on this number and I'll pay me $20. I'll come around and scare your kids.
Wow.
And it follows this old bloke and like, he won't show his face. And for about an hour of this documentary, it basically just follows him. He's literally getting thousands upon thousands of calls a day. Like he's become the boogeyman of, I can't remember where it's set.
Right.
But like, people are scared. They're like playing real fucking tapes of like parents being like, no, I'm on the phone to him. He's going to come and get you. And the kids are screaming in the background.
Yeah.
And then after about an hour, it just kind of like cuts. And the whole thing has just been bollocks. This old man, he's an actor. And then it goes to the actual Wrinkles the Clown, which is basically just a dude who put a sticker on a wall as like a social experiment.
Right. Okay.
And it kind of explains what it actually is, and it doesn't show him at all. It changes his voice and blah blah blah. And,
wow.
And it kind of explains this whole social experiment. It wasn't the best documentary I've ever seen, but I really liked that idea of what you're watching is bollocks.
Yeah.
As well as the actual idea of Wrinkles the Clown. I thought that was great.
Yeah, that's cool.
But there's one on Netflix in a minute, which I highly recommend to people, which is the Antisocial Network Memes to Mayhem, which is basically the birth of Anonymous.
Okay.
Love the story. I think it's great. So it goes back to like the old 4chan stuff, and it basically from memes to mayhem. So the original 4chan website, which was taken from a Chinese website, 2chan, I think it was. Basically how that built up to fucking President Trump being not like, getting the throne sort of thing. Like, it's fucking madness how it goes through it. But in between all the interviews and stuff, it's beautiful. Like the animation they use to kind of show people getting sucked into the internet. I thought it was very beautifully done.
Right. Okay.
It's very interesting to, and I'm mega interested in Anonymous anyway.
Right.
And like hackers and
I'm
shit on a computer. If you can't fix it by turning it on and off, I don't know how to do it.
Same.
So it blows my mind the shit people can do.
Yeah.
Big recommendation. That one on Netflix at the minute. But yeah, other than that, it's just been Fallout. But we're gonna save it. I'm gonna fucking go mad next week if we haven't got it done by then. I
think we should do, because how many episodes are there? 10?
8.
8. Yeah. So I think I'm about a quarter of the way through it. So should be able to chip away this week.
Cool. Happy days. Right. There's another thing, but I'm going to bring that up after snacks. I'm getting hungry, mate.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. Peckish.
Me too.
And
Me too.
I've got something special.
Ooh.
Special this week, my friend.
I'm excited.
So I guess we best get the boy out, haven't we?
Get him out of his box.
Drewski, sing us in, baby.
Here come Sam and Ryan, listen to them both speak. They've come through hours all with their pop culture critique. But are you even a nerd if you don't overread? So come on everybody, it's the snack of the week.
Now you have the food in front of you. You can see what it is.
It looks amazing.
Are you excited?
I'm very excited.
So, was it last episode, maybe? Or it might have even been the episode. It might be the episode that we couldn't put out because there's no sound. You were saying how we should do more like cooked snacks of the week.
Yeah.
Like we're always chocolate bars and something cold.
Yeah.
So I thought, what do you and me like to snack on? What is top tier snack for you and me to keep us both happy? It's fucking pizza, isn't it?
It's obviously pizza.
But not any old pizza.
Go on.
The greatest pizza. Asda's make your own pizza.
Oh, they're good.
They are good. The only thing I'm going to say, they don't do the oil anymore. They used to ask what oil you wanted at the end.
Oh, really?
They don't do that. You have to buy a whole thing of oil.
That's a shame.
Yeah, but would you like to know what's on it?
I would.
So this is a thin and crispy stone bake base.
Lovely.
Yes, my friend. Taking all my rings off so I don't get pizza all over them.
That's a problem with being a ring guy.
Big time.
Oh my God, it's like you've just been like, you just lost your life on Sonic. You've just been injured and all your rings have scattered everywhere.
Right, so someone turn me into Sonic. We won't be happy until this happens. So, thin and crispy stone bake base.
Lovely.
Just standard cheese.
Standard cheese.
Hot and spicy chicken.
Ooh.
Spicy beef.
Spicy.
Pepperoni.
Roni.
Mexican chili cheese.
Oh.
Yes, mate.
This is going to be spicy.
It's going to be hot.
Is it going to blow our heads off?
Probably.
I mean, temperature-wise, yes, because it's hotter than the sun.
It's literally hotter than volcano dust.
Fucking volcano dust is right hot. Is it chewable? I don't know if it is, It's quite a lot, because it's a thin crust.
It's heavy, isn't it?
It's dense, because of the amount of toppings on there.
All right. Culinary corner, Josh. Can you just chuck us a tea towel or paper towels or something? Because this is going to get messy.
I think I'm ready to go for a bite.
Thank you, sir. Right.
Thanks very much.
We can now dry our hands. So, snack of the week brought to you by Drew Flanagan Music, paid for by me.
Yeah, cheers.
Here we go, baby.
Oh, it's moist.
Oh. Mm.
That's lovely.
Right, good.
That's juicy.
Come here, pizza. Mm. Mm. It's my pizza sounds.
This is going to be our grossest sounding one yet.
It's fucking hot.
It's very hot.
Temperature-wise.
Yeah, the spice is just right.
Perfect spice.
Warming.
Yeah. So what we're saying?
Is it a snack?
I mean, the fact that I've given us half a pizza each is not, but it was just going to be one slice, and then yes, it will be a snack.
Yeah. Okay. In that case, it's obviously top tier.
Good.
Don't you think?
100%. I mean, if I would have stuck down a basic Aldi Lidl Quadro for Maggie, whatever the fuck it is, Quattro for Maggie,
yeah,
a pound of fucking pizza, would that be top tier? Because it's pizza. Or is this top tier because it's fucking banging?
Yeah, you're right. Because there is a lot of differentiation. Is that a word?
I don't think so, but if you say it like it is.
Yeah, there's a lot of differentiation between pizzas. They vary massively. So
yeah.
You are right. This is a top tier pizza. A blanket pizza, like across the board, is not always going to be top tier.
No, and I think you'd struggle to find a pizza that gets past tier 3 unless it's a weird, unnecessary flavour. Like I had a mac and cheese pizza once and it was fucking awful.
Yeah.
Made me feel ill, actually. It wasn't good at all.
Yeah. No.
But it wasn't like a good one for me. It was a shop frozen one.
Yeah.
So it was wank. Good base. Perfectly cooked as well. 12 minutes, 200 degrees, mate. That's all you need.
Yeah.
I'm fucking about. Not a second before, not a second after.
Yeah.
Makes it perfectly.
That is perfect. That's top tier.
Top tier pizza. Good spice. Got to get that double cheese. Although I would like to get that fourth meat. You've got to get the chili cheese or the big round slabs of mozzarella on there.
Yeah.
Just to really get it
I think you've done right with the chili cheese, though. Chili cheese? Yeah.
But if you're going spicy everything else, because pepperoni's got a spice to it.
It does, yeah. Natural spice.
You know what I mean? So I think if you're going spicy everything else, you can't just whack a bit of mozzie on there.
No.
And Mexicana cheese in itself, just on a cracker.
Yeah.
I think I might do that. I might do cheese and crackers as a snack.
That's a good idea.
Later on down the line.
Yeah. Right, so we're just going to sit here and eat a full pizza and have the listeners listen.
Could you imagine? It's an hour episode, 40 minutes of it. So I was just going, oh, good this sound.
They're not your pizza sounds, and you know it.
You know my pizza sounds. Pizza sounds / orgasm sounds. They're kind of similar.
Kind of.
Only I cry more when I do one of them.
Yeah.
So basically, we've got a top tier meal there. And what is your opinion on the 24th trending thing of the week, gammon?
Gammon?
Yep.
Does it go well on a pizza?
I mean, it's just ham, innit?
Ham goes well on a pizza.
Just so you're aware, gammon is the 24th trending thing above Adidas.
Well, I like gammon.
I like gammon. Do you have pineapple on it or egg? Or neither?
Neither. Well, I don't really have gammon very often.
I very rarely get it, but every now and then I like to go and get ham, egg and chips.
Yeah.
But it's normally a bit of gammon.
That's nice. I do like, yeah, that is good. I only have gammon really at like Christmas.
Yeah?
You know, like as
Or
well,
carvery.
like gammon as well as like, I don't know, a turkey or whatever. Because the gammon's just salty gammon. Unreal.
Unreal, my friend. Love a salty gammon.
I fucking love a salty gammon.
So that's 3 trending things we spoke about this week.
That was good.
Cool.
We're doing pretty well.
We're
today.
doing very well.
Yep. How many do we need to do? Do you reckon?
I don't know. I think Megan said 15. How long we got? We got about another 20 minutes, so we can do it easy.
Yeah, one a minute and 5 more minutes to eat pizza.
Pizza, sorted.
Yeah.
Right. We've done TV shows.
Yeah.
I've watched a lot of films.
Have you?
Should we talk films?
Let's talk films.
So the majority of the films I've watched are horror, and I know you've watched a biggie. That's probably trending.
Trending,
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Get them hashtags in there.
Yeah, that's
so,
good.
I'll let you do yours first, mate.
Okay. Mine is a biggie,
A biggie?
but from a while ago. Must have been a while ago I watched it, maybe about a month ago.
That was a while ago. That was pre-Holidayz.
It was pre-Holidayz. First cinema trip this year as well for me.
Was it?
Because obviously I got rid of my unlimited card.
Oh, shit, you did, yeah.
So I've not done any cinema trips, but this one had to be done in the cinema, had to be done in IMAX.
Obviously.
And it was Dune 2.
The Sandy, spicy, Juney film.
Yep.
The second one. Tell us all about Sandy Spicy was.
So, have you seen the first one?
You know what? No. So I haven't seen the Timothée Chalamet one. I thought this recently. I was like, I definitely watched it. I didn't. I watched the original.
Okay. Which is, I've never seen the original. Very different though, I think.
Uh-huh.
So I've read the book. And by read the book, I mean I listened to the Audible years ago in preparation for the first one coming out.
Yeah.
Love the first one. Really enjoyed it. Really well made. Denis Villeneuve, what a director.
We'll do an episode on it.
Oh, all of
Love
his
him.
films are top tier.
Yeah.
They're great films. Insane cast as well. Timothée Chalamet, Oscar Isaac, Josh Brolin, Rebecca Ferguson, Jason Momoa. This is the first one, obviously.
Yeah.
You know, Javier Bardem. The amount of like Oscar winners or Oscar nominated people in there is unbelievable. And the first one was great, but obviously got made during the pandemic, so they didn't know if they're going to make the second one. Because normally with big films like that, they just green light the second one instantly, don't they? Before the first one's even come out. So it feels like it's been a long time coming for the second one, because the first one, just so you know, it ends halfway through the story of Dune.
Right, the book.
Of the book, Dune, because there's a big lot. I only have read the first book.
It's about 5 or 6.
There's loads.
Yeah.
By all accounts, they get progressively worse.
Okay.
So the first one's considered like a classic, like the pinnacle of sci-fi, isn't it? Like the OG, like the Godfather of science fiction books. And you can see why. You can see loads of things have ripped it off. Like obviously, like your Star Wars and stuff, but even things like Game of Thrones and like their different houses and the different interpolitics and the assassination and the wiping out other houses and like big shocking events. Feels like it's just taken from this. So going to see the second one. Very excited for it. You know, one of those films where you are buzzing for it. Like, I cannot wait to go see this film. It's not a case of, oh, let's just drag ourselves because I'd like to watch it. It's we have to see this film.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't disappoint at all. It
Really?
was fantastic. It was epic.
Okay.
And I would love to, because we rewatched the first one in preparation for that. And it's one of them where, even though it was filmed a bit separately, you could definitely just watch it back to back. Like, attention to detail is incredible. Some of the artistic shots are phenomenal. Like, there's one bit where it's the Harkonnens, they're the bad guys. So in the first one, it's like Stellan Skarsgård, Dave Bautista. They're like, they're all like pale white skin.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know,
them
like
guys. Yeah.
they look evil. You know, no hair. So they're
Can't trust them baldies, can you, mate?
You fucking can't, mate. So there's a scene on their planet with Austin Butler, who's Fade Routher, so the new bad guy they introduced in the second one, who's incredible, by the way. I'd heard lots of good reports about him beforehand. People comparing him to like Heath Ledger as the Joker and stuff, you know, like big, grand, epic, sweeping statements. Probably not on that level, but he was still a fantastic bad guy, and he looks so different because he's a pretty boy.
Of course he is, yeah.
You know, suddenly he's bald with no eyebrows and black teeth and like weird, pale, translucent-y skin. He looks gross.
Yeah,
and he plays him well, like this sinister bad guy. Sort of comes in and steals the show a little bit, which is not easy to do in such an already existing cast. But anyway, when his character's introduced, it's like in a Colosseum type thing on their planet world, but it's all in black and white. Like that's like the shot because of the sun. It's like a black sun or whatever. So, and then they have fireworks, but they're like not normal fireworks. They're like ink blots in the sky.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's like these like ink block explosions. It just looks amazing, and the sound is phenomenal. Obviously, it's always heightened in IMAX. But it was just so good. I just want to rewatch it now because I'm trying to remember back. It was obviously a while ago. I've only seen it once, but it blew me away. And I know the reviews for it were like fantastic because I feel like the reviews for the first one perhaps were a bit harsh. It's still got like, 8 on IMDb.
Yeah,
so it's really good, but it wasn't like absolute critical acclaim. But I think it's always difficult when A, it's a remake, and B, anything science fiction. I think people go hard on things now, and when it's like a cult classic, people are always going to be super protective of it. But I mean, the second one, it's got 8.7 currently out of 10.
Then, yeah.
So it's literally, I know, again, this will go down because new films generally start higher, but it's currently ranked the 19th greatest film of all time.
Oh, fucking hell.
You know, and this top review from someone says it's The Dark Knight or The Empire Strikes Back for our generation, comparing it to like that. And I don't know if it will ever be held in those regards, but maybe it will be in generations to come, because I feel like The Dark Knight was big when it came out, but has since gone on to be in legendary status years later.
Yeah, of
and
course.
I don't know if Dune 2 will have a similar thing where, like, in years to come, people keep going back to that film and being like, this is a masterpiece. This is a masterpiece of science fiction filmmaking.
Have I missed out on something not going to watch it at the IMAX?
Potentially, yeah.
Okay.
Potentially. But, you know, I've rewatched the first one a couple of times since. And it's one of those films because Denis is, as a lot of his films you will know, like Prisoners and things like that, Blade Runner, there's loads of attention to detail. The more you watch it, the more you pick up on things. And I've noticed that, like, obviously the score's incredible, like Hans Zimmer. So rewatching it, I'm picking up on more and more. And so I'm enjoying it just as much, if not more, at home, watching Dune 1 on Netflix.
Yeah,
so I imagine the
yeah.
second one will be the same. So I don't think, yes, okay, it's incredible seeing it, anything in IMAX. But I don't think, it's not one of those films, a bit like Avatar, the second Avatar, unbelievable in IMAX for a experience. It's been on Disney Plus ever since. I'm not that fussed because the story's okay. It was like it was enjoyable. Whereas this will be like, you'll still be able to think of this as a great film, even if it's not in IMAX.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
No, yeah.
But yeah, definitely get them watched. I was shocked because like it popped up on like Amazon Prime. It's like, oh, you can buy it on Amazon Prime in like a week or something. I was like, bloody hell, it feels like it's only just in the cinema, but they don't mess about anymore, do they?
It's so quick with it now.
Yeah, but I think it did pretty well at the cinema, which is good because I know the cinema again, is it in trouble? I don't know. Maybe it's a discussion for a later date, but I know a lot of people don't go to the cinema anymore. But Dune was packed.
Was it?
And we were quite late to the party, and it was sold out. Still. So that was good.
Yeah,
nice
good
to see.
Yeah,
you still want some blockbusters to come in and do well.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, big recommendation. Really good film. Yeah, it'd be good to do we could do a deep dive into the Dune films maybe when they're both out. We could do 1 and 2 back to back. It'd be a good sitting.
Yeah.
So
because Dune is one of those, I want to read the book as well. So my daughter's mum is currently on like book 3 or 4 going through them. So I might get the first one off her or through Audible. I've still got a couple of tokens and go through that and then watch the films and sort of see how they...
There's a lot to it. When I first started listening to the book, it's quite confusing because there's loads of like terms and like names, and it's all like it's got like this religious connotations throughout it, and like he's like basically like the Messiah come to save them, and he's got loads of names like Muad'Dib and the Lisan al Gaib and all these things, and you're like, what are you saying? But if you and so the more you absorb that world, the more it becomes familiar, makes sense. From what it's a pretty accurate, from what I remember anyway, representation of the book. Okay. Obviously, some storylines are shortened down and stuff because they always are. Some are like slightly cut out. Some are like perhaps not the main plot, but some are like the secondary and third like plots that are like running. Some of the other the minor characters are either just eliminated or altered slightly, but nothing overly detrimental. I'd say. Okay,
interesting. Cool. So everyone, it's not out of the cinema anymore, is it?
I don't know. Because I don't have an unlimited card anymore. I don't really look at what's at the cinema anymore.
Don't need to, do you?
No. It's a shame because I do like going.
Yeah.
But now it's just more of an occasion.
That's it. You go watch the big uns that you know you're going to want to see.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. Right. So I've watched quite a bit of horror. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk just a couple of minutes about 4 films that I watched. All have great concepts. Some delivered, some didn't.
Okay. All on Shudder?
Not all on Shudder. So the first one to go is Baghead. I rented this on Sky, isn't it? Like $5 or something. I've been waiting for this to come out because it looked terrifying. So the premise of it is girl's dad dies. He's been estranged for years. There's always been like, well, he's dead to me anyway. He leaves her this like really old looking pub. So she goes there. This lawyer's trying to get her to sell pass the deeds on. And she's like, well, I kind of need somewhere to live. So I might just stay here for a bit, see what happens. Bloke turns up at this pub. Here's £2,000. I want to see my wife. This girl's like, what the fuck you on about, broski? Bro. He's like, my wife is in the basement. Let me down there. And she's like, there's no one in the basement. He's like, let me down. $2,000. Here you go. £2,000. Yeah. So she's like, £4,000. He's like, okay, for whatever you want. I just want to see my wife. And she's like, well, I ain't got the keys. Come back tomorrow with $4,000. Let's see what we can do, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Anyway, premise of the film is in the basement of this pub, there's a big crack in the wall, and in it crawls out this demon-looking woman with a bag over her head. Oh
my gosh, Baghead.
Baghead, exactly. Whoever has the deeds to the pub is this monster's like master. Okay. She has to obey it.
Right.
And what this woman can do is she can bring back the dead for 2 minutes. So she gets strapped to the chair, this ghost schooly woman, strapped to the chair. They give her something that belonged to someone who's died, like the wedding ring of his wife or whatever. She pops it in a gob, and then bing, take the bag off. There's your wife.
Okay. So
looks like, my dad was doing this, charging people $2,000 to pop in, see whoever's dead, off you fuck, mate.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's a horror film. Doesn't stay like that. So after 2 minutes, the monster, the ghouly woman starts taking control again. So she starts being like really evil. So it'll still be who you want it to be, but she'll be really evil. And,
yeah, okay.
You know, I'm the reason you're dead and all this sort of shit. Not executed well.
Okay.
I love the premise of it.
That's a shame because it sounds like such a cool premise.
It's
like,
a great premise.
Really creepy.
Yeah. I don't know. There were some bits for it that was okay. I just do not think it was executed well at all, really. I don't know. I'd put it up there with any other Blumhouse film. Like, if you're into horror, give it a watch. But it was just a bit, tis what tis.
That's a shame.
Okay, next one I watched on Shudder. Stop motion. About a old woman who has arthritis in her hands, trying to make this stop motion film, making her daughter do all the moving. Right, evil bitch she is. Fucking horrible to her daughter.
Oh, why?
Yeah,
There's no need for it.
Has a stroke or an heart attack or some shit. And then the girl is like, right, I'm going to move into this apartment, move all the stop motion shit and finish this film for my mum.
Yeah.
This little girl, so she moves into this apartment complex. This little girl's like, oh, what are you doing? I can see in your house. Let me pop in and have a look. And she's like, oh, you know, it's about these cyclopses. And she's like, that shit, this kid's like, that shit, make a better one.
Yeah.
Why don't you do a story about a girl lost in the woods and she's scared and someone's chasing her? So this lass who's making the stop motion decides, you know what, fuck my mum. I'm not making her film anymore. I want to make something for me.
Yeah.
So she starts making this film that this little girl said. Really creepy looking. Bit by bit, she's going a bit more insane. These little stop motion characters that she's making out of like mortician clay wax, come into life. And this little girl's like, it just doesn't look good. There's a steak in the fridge. Why not use the steak to make this character so it looks more like blood?
Right.
And then it's, oh, there's a dead rabbit out there, dead fox out there. Why don't you go get that and skin it, and we'll turn that into this monster? And bit by bit, and she starts losing the fucking plot. And mate, it was so weird. One of these artsy films.
Yeah.
So weird and so uneasy. I fucking loved it.
Right. Okay, nice.
Josh and my friend Chloe, who I watch horror films with occasionally when she comes around, both didn't like it. I don't think a lot of people would. I loved it because, again, as we talk about horror films, it made me feel something.
Yeah, okay.
It wasn't overly graphic. There's a scene where a guy gets like bottled and he's got a gash on his head, and she just starts like fingering under it.
Right, okay.
She's off the tits on acid, so she's just feeling around inside it. But like the gory parts is this monster, she's having like a trip, and this monster like corners her and starts pulling her face off, but as he's grabbing her face is turning into clay. So as it's ripping her face away, like it's all clay, and it just looks weird and really eerie. And so storyline wise, I really enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get the artistic flair behind it, I'll be honest. Like one of these that ends and you're like, is that meant to mean something?
Yeah, okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
For me, that could speak to I'm a bit of an idiot. But
no, I doubt it.
I doubt it. But I thought visually fucking unreal. Because obviously they use a lot of stop motion in this film as well.
Is it an excuse to just use stop motion?
Probably.
Yeah.
A lot of stop motion, a lot of claymation, all that sort of stuff. So I loved that. I thought the storyline was great. Very slow burner. Mm-hmm. One of these films, very quiet as well. No one talks a lot in it. Okay. So, you know, really builds the atmosphere with the absence of sound, as we've mentioned before.
Yes.
So, yeah, that is a recommendation for me. The two people I watched it with, and one's a big horror fan, didn't like it.
Okay.
I just did because it made me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, and it's something a bit different as well.
Yeah.
Which is always good especially for horror.
Yeah, absolutely. So the big one that I watched last night, and the reason I got Shudder. Have you seen the trailers for Late Night with the Devil? With, fuck me, I can never pronounce this guy's name. I'm going to absolutely butcher it.
Late Night with the Devil. Is it David Dasmalchian?
David Dasmalchian. Yes, that one.
No, but I really want to watch it. I fucking love David Dasmalchian.
On Shudder.
Is it?
And you get a 7-day free trial as well, so
okay.
It's worth doing.
Yeah.
So the premise of this film, if you don't know, is it's a really good concept of found footage.
Right, okay.
So it's found footage of the filming of like a 70s talk show.
Okay.
David Downwood, I can never pronounce it.
Dasmalchian.
Yep.
Dast. Mal. Chun. I'm probably saying it wrong, so I don't know why I'm the pro.
So our Davey boy.
David.
Dave. Our Dave.
Dave D.
So it kind of goes, it's kind of like a news report about his life and how he become the biggest talk show host of all time. Then ratings started dipping and how he needs to, he lost his wife to cancer. And, so it's a bit of like an expose on his life. And then it's what we have here is the found footage of that fateful night that made him so famous. And it's a Halloween episode. So he has this like medium on, and then he's got this guy who tries to debunk a medium. Then he brings on this woman and this little girl, and she's meant to be sort of possessed by the devil.
Yeah.
And the woman's a carer and can talk to her. It's fucking brilliant.
Is it?
Mate, so not the best film in the world. Very unique.
Okay.
Graphics-wise, purposely not great.
Okay.
Because it's shot, the whole thing's 70s.
Yeah, okay.
Do you know what I mean? There's a couple of like really trippy scenes in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, purposely graphics aren't the best. Not particularly overly scary or gruesome. There's a couple of pretty fucked up bits in it.
Yeah.
One of these like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood where fine.
Yeah.
All hell breaks loose.
Yes.
In one tiny sort of like time frame. This happens in this film.
Okay.
Our Dave.
Yeah.
Brilliant in it.
He is fantastic.
Fantastic. In fact, the whole cast list, it's done so quirky. Like, his right-hand man on the talk show is just over the top cringe when he talks. And like when he laughs, he's like, ha, 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 you're right there, Jack.
Yeah.
Like really over the top. It's done brilliantly, mate.
Oh, that's good.
And again, I'm very weird with found footage films.
Mm-hmm.
Because, the classics, your Blair Witch and bits and bobs like that. Wreck.
Wreck was the scariest film of all time.
It's insane. Quarantine was obviously a massive rip of Wreck.
Yeah.
But so some of them are great. Cloverfield. But it's been done to death.
Yeah, of course.
So to have a take like this of, it's found footage, but it's found footage of an actual TV show.
Yeah.
That obviously went missing when the shit hit the fan. Big recommendation from me.
That's cool.
Really enjoyed it. Something different. Again, not scary. Didn't come out of it feeling uneasy or anything like that. And there were some scenes that like have stuck in my head because they're done quite well.
Yeah.
Some of the weirder scenes.
That's cool.
But big recommendation.
I'll definitely watch that because I'm a big David Asmaltron fan anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So that I've been umming and ahhing with whether to get Shudder anyway. So that if that's on Shudder, then that's probably enough of a reason for me to just sign up and get it for at least for a bit, try it out, see what's on there.
Yeah, like I say, 7-day free trial. There's what's it called? There's a film in there called Vivarium with.
That sounds familiar, actually.
His fucking name. Who was the dude in Social Network, the Facebook film? What's his name?
Jesse Eisenberg.
Jesse Eisenberg. Not the best film. Again, concept is brilliant. They go to look at this house and it's like on this weird, really vibrant street.
Right.
And they go in there and there's food, food. They're like, oh, this is really nice. They try to leave and there's no way out. You turn a corner, you just end up back on the same street, and it kind of this really weird maze how they just can't leave it, and it gets very weird. It's all very alien-esque in the end, and it is a vivarium for the aliens. But not the best film. I like Jesse Eisenberg anyway, but again, great concept, and I think Shudder do that well. They have great concepts for films.
Yes. And
then finally, we're nearly there. Finally, the last one I watched. Have you ever heard of ABCs of Death?
I have not.
So I watched the second one ages ago because it's the only one that was on streaming sites.
Right.
Finally managed to watch the first one last night. The concept of this is brilliant and it's made me think of our film.
Okay.
So, how many letters in the alphabet? 26. 26 directors from all around the globe are given a letter.
Right.
From that letter, they pick a word. From that word, they have to write a short story, short film about how someone can die from that word. Okay. They are given 100% free roam with their own film. Yeah. So 100% autonomy. You do what you want with this film. We will take nothing away from it. We won't ask you to change anything. You take it away, come back. So obviously there's French, there's Japanese, there's British, there's American, so all around the globe. It's fucking weird because some of them are like really disturbing. Yeah. Some of them are really weird. There's a Japanese one where the word is fart.
Right.
And it's just a bunch of women farting on each other. It's really weird. So some of them are just fucked up.
Is it like the short films?
Shorts, all shorts.
Oh, right.
But I just really love the idea of we had this concept of 26 directors around the globe get to do whatever the hell they want
Yeah.
to show a spectacle of a word and how someone can die from that word.
Yeah.
So in the second one, like, I'll always remember this, and this is what made me try find out the first one. X was for xylophone.
Yeah.
And I was like, go on, let's see how you do it. And the short story for that was, oh God, it's so horrible. And it's always stuck with me of this old woman, quite old, just sat there knitting, granddaughter running around, I don't know, like 10.
Yeah.
Like, wait, it's all good. And the whole thing just sits on her knitting. And it'll cut away to this girl running around having fun. But the music starts building, the tension is just building, like the noise from the child is getting a bit much, and you can tell her hands start shaking as she's knitting, and it's only like a 4-minute film, and bit by bit, bang, cuts to black, comes back up, there is just an open carcass of the floor, which is obviously supposed to be this child,
Yeah.
and she's just playing xylophone on a ribcage. Blood, guts everywhere. And it's like, what? But then fart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, such weird shit, and like, yeah, you don't know what you're going to get in these films.
Yeah.
And again, some of them aren't done very well. Some of them are done very well. I just love the concept of it.
Yeah.
So for
That's
our
cool.
film,
Go on.
obviously we're looking at pulling together all horror tropes
Yes.
into one film.
Yep.
What are we known for, mate? Top fives.
Top fives.
So we do our top 5 of horror tropes.
Yeah.
So in our film, there'll be 5 werewolves, 4 vampires, 3. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
That's how we structure the film.
Okay.
Well, 5 owls.
Oh, yeah.
Throwback.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
And we do the film as a top 5.
Okay. Nice. I like
How
that.
does
Yeah.
that sound?
Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah. All the way to top tier horror monster, which we'll discuss later on.
Yeah.
That's a different top
That's
5.
a future plan.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why I've been watching some really weird shit, man.
You do like weird shit.
I love weird shit.
Yeah.
And now I've got Shudder. My
There's
life's over.
Endless amounts of weird shit on there.
Just so weird last night, literally fucking 7 o'clock at night in a hotel room by myself, couple of beers on the side, empty KFC back
Yeah.
here, just eating hot wings,
Yeah.
ABC's of Death on.
That's
and then
cool.
just watched hours and hours of horror.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was
No.
great.
That's cool.
And I
That,
just passed out.
that sounds amazing. To be fair, what a
Yeah.
great night.
Oh, mate, it was unreal. And I also watched Boondock Saints, but, classic.
That is a classic.
Yeah, I've just never seen it. And William Dafoe.
Yeah, and Norman Reedus.
And Norman Reedus.
Young
Yeah,
Norman
yeah.
Reedus.
Always great to see.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's it. That's our episode. We're back. Bigger and better than ever.
Bigger and better than one of the times we did it before.
Yeah, it's one of them shitty episodes. But what we will say is we're not sorry for the slurping of the pizza. We'll probably put this episode out with some sort of trigger warning for the people that don't like it. But, it was a very good top tier pizza.
It was.
If you
Really
want us
was.
to give you a tier system of snacks so you know what to have, you will know what to get next time we go to Asda now for a pizza.
Exactly.
We're helping you here.
Yeah.
So as always, Ryan,
Yep.
I'd like you to end the episode by giving the people some beautiful words of happiness today.
Happiness.
Yeah.
Happiness. Isn't it happy that Into the Podcast are back in your ear holes,
Yeah.
bigger and better than ever,
Yeah.
with fantastic snacks,
Yeah.
weird films,
Yeah.
and great pizza sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Happy times.
Peace.